Alright everybody, gather round, it's time to finally talk about the first big break Wham City comedy got on Adult Swim. Live Forever As You Are Now with Alan Resnick, which not only happened around the same time as Alan Tutorial, there's an Easter egg in both series relating to each other. Out of all the big Wham City Comedy AB Video Solutions projects, this is the only one I haven't covered, and now it's time to explain it. Before we begin, I do have to mention that this infomercial had an associated website, much in the vein of other AB video projects. It didn't hold a ton in the way of clues, if I remember correctly. At the very least, when it was online, it just provided hints that backed up what you could already figure out from the special. As for the special itself, if you haven't seen this already, I do suggest taking a moment to do so. It can be found just by searching Live Forever As You Are Now on YouTube, hosted on the Adult Swim channel. This piece came out on December 24th, 2013. Yeah, really. About 4 AM on Christmas Eve was when AB Video and Wham City first broke into the Adult Swim atmosphere. Merry Christmas indeed. Anyway, assuming you've done your duty and have seen Live Forever As You Are Now, let's head into it, shall we? Alan Resnick appears as a character version of himself, who is a hot young tech wizard, revolutionizing the industry in the way that tabloids all used to praise potential Silicon Valley wonderkins. We're about to sit down for an exclusive seminar about his new product and how it benefits the world.
Are you ready to live forever, you guys? My name is Alan Resnick, and I'm so excited to be here. I found the secret to eternal life, and I found it on my Lapbook Pro. Now, you're looking at me and you're saying, Alan, you are so smart, you are so small. What is your origin tale? Well, it all started 2 years ago. Me and Janet were having a bit of a lover's quarrel, and she's got me sleeping on the couch. Now, I don't mind. I'm fine with it. I'm snoozing, and I'm having a dream. I'm in a foggy meadow, and in the distance, I hear a voice calling me, Alan, Alan, just like that. And the fog clears to reveal a beautiful, nude woman. And she's saying, Alan, I'm ready for you. Put your dirt in me. And I'm thinking, whoa, hold on a minute. I'm in enough trouble with the wife as it is. This is the last thing I need, but I do it anyways. And right as I'm about to seal the deal, out of nowhere, I get shot with a gun, and it completely destroyed my face. And that's how I got my fantastic idea. What if I could back myself up like my best favorite MP3 file?
So that was a peculiar origin story, but if you think it's here for a good reason, you're absolutely right. Let's review those facts quickly, okay? 2 years ago, he and his wife Janet were having a lover's quarrel that had him sleeping on the couch. He had a dream of finding a new partner, but then Ben O'Brien appeared to shoot him, destroying his face, as Ben O'Brien is known to do when the air gets foggy. That moment, losing his face, made him think about how to preserve a person, like a file backup. 2 months later, Alan succeeded in his vision, creating a copy of himself named Teddy. Alan moves on with the 4-step program for making a digital backup of oneself. As he explains, Teddy interrupts.
Now hang up those drawings all over your house to remind you of what you did in the bathroom. I love my wife. She is nice. My name is Teddy.
Alan ignores this and presses on, describing the digital mock-up step and then asks Teddy what he thinks, followed by a very important segment.
It captures every wrinkle, every tear. After all, it's our imperfections that make us human, right, Teddy? I am sorry, Alan. I didn't understand what you just said. Please clarify statement. I said it's our imperfections. Imperfection. To not be perfect. Defect. Flaw. Deformation. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Have you ever gone over to your girlfriend's house and she's covered her face in disgusting makeup, and you find out that all of a sudden you don't love her anymore? It's not her fault. It's not your fault. It's actually science. See, she didn't know it at the time, but she had just destroyed that natural, luminescent quality that makes a woman beautiful. Beautiful. Like a grape or a candle. Now that's a property called the uncanny valley. The uncanny valley states that when a non-human object begins to appear more human, it starts to get really cute. To a point. And then it becomes creepy. Blech. I love my beautiful wife. It's like this. Imagine I'm jogging, and I love to jog, so I'm jogging. And out of nowhere, damn it! I stubbed my toe on a rock. On an ugly rock. But hey, I got my pen here. Maybe I'll draw 2 eyes on the rock. And now all of a sudden, whoa! This rock's looking kind of cute. I'm starting to like this rock. What if I draw a nose and a mouth on the rock? And now all of a sudden, whoa! This is the cutest rock I've ever seen. I can't believe I'm falling in love with a stone. And then you're going to want to coat the rock in skin and flesh and... Ooh, uncanny valley. Your rock fell down into the uncanny valley. It's down here with moving corpses, and this is where your girlfriend lives, and we're going to try to hop on over and land on the other side with a believable human with real skin and flesh.
Okay, did you catch that last segment? Listen very closely to what's being said.
Your rock fell down into the uncanny valley. It's down here with moving corpses, and this is where your girlfriend lives, and we're going to try to hop on over and land on the other side with a believable human with real skin and flesh.
Did you hear it? Listen out for what Teddy says.
And this is where your girlfriend lives, and we're going to try to hop on over.
As soon as Alan says, "This is where your girlfriend lives," Teddy corrects him, saying, "wife." Now remember, Teddy is an exact replica of Alan, who has been fed all the facts about his personality and memories. In this instance, they're talking about the uncanny valley, and what was the prelude to something becoming uncanny and getting dropped like a rock.
Okay. Have you ever gone over to your girlfriend's house and she's covered her face in disgusting makeup, and you find out that all of a sudden you don't love her anymore? It's not her fault, it's not your fault, it's actually science. See, she didn't know it at the time, but she had just destroyed that natural, luminescent quality that makes a woman beautiful. Beautiful, like a grape or a candle. Now that's a property called the uncanny valley.
I think a good amount of you will understand what's being hinted at right here, courtesy of Teddy. But let's keep collecting evidence.
Skin stress. Skin stress tests. I put every avatar I make through a variety of intensive skin stress tests. I do ball test. Yes, I have wiggle test. Whoever said I didn't have wiggle test was lying. I shake up those avatars. And last but not least, we have durability and tear testing. Because the last thing you want is your avatar's skin to rip or tear when you're trying to chat about your day.
Do I get to see my wife?
Don't.
Are you seeing the big picture? Teddy keeps embarrassing Alan because he's an accidentally truthful representation of what's really going on with him. And the truth Alan doesn't want shared is about his wife.
So now my avatar doesn't just look like me, he also thinks like me. Here, I'll prove it. Hey, Teddy, when I do pasta, do I do spinny or bow tie?
My wife has hair.
Teddy, thank you so much for helping me share this message tonight.
You are welcome, Alan.
You're my only son, and I built you in my image. I love you, Teddy.
I love my wife. This is my wife. It is so nice to spend every day with your best friend. She is nice, and she is pretty too.
What you're doing makes no sense, and it breaks my heart.
And looks aren't everything, but it's nice to have a total package. And my wife is nice and pretty.
He's his
And-
own
and we
guy,
get
so
along well.
he just, it's fine.
Some
It's-
nights
I'm not mad. I think it's actually
I am
kind of
sad.
manipulative,
My wife.
but it's disappointing too. So it's like whatever. These things happen. I'm just
And
moving
I am
on.
always happy.
This, Teddy argues, is his beautiful wife, a mass of floating, indestructible skin, which we know Alan was hyper-focused on creating for the avatars. The man came up with this idea when he was on the rocks with his wife Janet. During the presentation on the Uncanny Valley, Teddy relates the ugly girlfriend to a wife. Now, what did Alan say earlier about the girlfriend metaphor?
Okay. Have you ever gone over to your girlfriend's house and she's covered her face in disgusting makeup, and you find out that all of a sudden you don't love her anymore? It's not her fault, it's not your fault, it's actually science. See, she didn't know it at the time, but she had just destroyed that natural, luminescent quality that makes a woman beautiful. Beautiful, like a grape or a candle. Now that's a property called the uncanny valley.
Still not seeing it? How about the origin of the project, Live Forever As You Are Now?
Out of nowhere, I get shot with a gun, and it completely destroyed my face. And that's how I got my fantastic idea. What if I could back myself up like my best favorite MP3 file?
Alan's face is destroyed in the dream, permanently scarred. His focus wasn't on dying by gunshot, it was on having his face ruined. Like the face of a girlfriend with natural perfect skin who puts on ugly makeup. Or a wife. Live Forever As You Are Now is all about Alan's secret hang-up over his overwhelming obsession with natural, perfect, unmarred skin, and he wants to preserve people as they are now, at their best, with their avatar skin being perfect. The imperfect object, the uncanny valley rock, ends up at the bottom of a hill in the woods, where your girlfriend lives like a moving corpse. Wife, Teddy said. The final nail in the coffin comes from Teddy's presentation at the end, showing the perfect floating orb of skin as his beautiful wife. This is the big confession moment that Alan denies. This is the major statement of the piece under all the tech wonderkin parody. But what's even darker is the insinuation. Alan may have been so disturbed over the loss of his wife's perfect image in his eyes, her perfect, lovely skin, that he killed her and left her body in the woods. We don't have quite enough evidence to prove that, but we know for certain that he was a dangerously obsessed man. By the way, the Easter egg to Alan tutorial comes when he mentions the question about covering your hand in old glue. There's a moment in Alan tutorial when he does precisely that. The video, How to Clean Off Elephant Sugar Glue, and a piece of paper he gets stuck to his hand is actually part of the script for Live Forever As You Are Now. Pretty neat, isn't it? And there you have it. That's the underlying plot to Live Forever for you. Again, we don't know for sure that Alan actually killed Janet, but we know for sure the guy's disturbed, and that's what led him to develop this tech in the first place, which is, itself, a statement on the ludicrous nature of some internet-age inventors. I hope you've enjoyed this journey looking back at AB Video Solutions' first foray into the Adult Swim pool. I know lately they've been going hardcore on Adult Swim's live streams, but I'm holding out hope we'll get another late-night dose of crazy art from them sometime soon.